Can DMZ save Call of Duty? I'm going to take the argument today that is the road less traveled for me. Over the last couple years, I've been more on the pessimistic side of Call of Duty for good reasons, my own personal subjective reasons when it comes to the franchise and where we were and where we're at, decisions that have been made, not listening to community feedback, just a slew of things. If you've been around the channel for a while, you already know. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Jimmy or Chaos. Let's get that out of the way. The formalities. I read every single comment on every single video. That's true. I'll heart your comment if I like it. I'll reply to some of them. And DMZ. So I think we can all agree. The first version we got, the original DMZ beta, they call it a beta, it was made from Warzone assets, right? It was not its own unique thing. But now, Modern Warfare is on the horizon. And we are getting the definitive DMZ, right? Evolving the extraction shooter into a deeper, more cohesive, and more persistent combat experience shaped by what resonated most with players. I love this definitive. Definitive DMZ. Definitive Modern Warfare. And this one, I'm going to argue the side of this actually could end up being something big. Before you argue back, extraction shooter exhaustion is real, Jimmy. We don't want this. Let's unpack this. Because the more I read this article and what I've seen and everything, and no, I don't think they creatively chose the right way to reveal the game, but that's okay. That's okay. Or the mode, that's okay. There is a lot of positives I'm going to nitpick and pull out of here for you guys, and you give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think after you hear my pitch. I cannot believe I'm sitting here pitching you guys DMZ as actually being the savior of Call of Duty, but we've done weirder things on the channel, so let's do it. Actually, you know what? Weird? You know, weird, right? I mean, if you've been around me for a long time, you've followed my path, man, I have done everything. I've made websites. I've made repack Pokemon card companies. I've made 42,000 channels. I've done all kinds of stuff in this space, right? Well, one more, but this one is personally attached to a passion and a hobby of mine, and it's more for fun than anything. If you don't know, I've been loving golf since I was about 11 years old. The game of golf. I know it's completely random. I'll get right back on DMZ here in just a second. But I've loved the game for my entire life, and I have recently decided to get back into it because I always got to where I was around a 90 golfer. If you know what that is handicap wise, you know what I'm talking about. But I could never break into the 80s on a consistent basis. And now my goal in life, at least my hobby, is to somehow get where I can be an 80s golfer. I'm probably mid 90s to 90 right now, but I want to get in a year or so down into the 80s. So I do have a YouTube channel called Jimmy Golfs. I do. Link is at the top of the description if you enjoy golf at all, or if you want to come see my takes or funny stuff or my hilariously average gross swing, it's all good. But we also cover everything in the world of YouTube golf, which is absolutely exploding right now. So I would love to see you guys over there. If you don't want to, it's all good. I know you're going to meme me. You're going to say this is the 27th channel. It's all good. This one's a hobby channel. But yeah, anyway. Okay, now DMZ. Okay, choose how to survive. Push deeper into dangerous territory. I'm reading this stuff straight off the website just to add a little bit of ambiance to it. And here's why I think this could actually work. Here's why. They are making this its own thing this time. They're not pulling from Warzone assets. They are creating this mode, this DMZ mode, by itself. Like, they have said, and they are showing and proving that this isn't some side project that they're doing. Now, for me, that's important. Also, what's really important is pushing that narrative forward. So they say it's going to continue with the Modern Warfare story, which I'm not going to lie, looks actually kind of interesting. It does. I know it's easy to hate on Call of Duty, but I saw the campaign trailer. I think it looks really interesting. This is going to push narrative-driven story missions built for replayability and evolve the storytelling. I'm all for that, especially with the lack of storytelling that we've got over the last couple years. That is just the beginning. But you have to have something that's deep and immersive, and it has to be able to evolve, right? I mean, you can't just have a clearly defined focus on story missions. The gameplay's got to be good. People have to want to replay this over and over. We all know how extraction shooters work, right? We know everything about that. So it's not really about the exact extraction shooter vibe. It's more about other stuff put in there. Integrated side ops are going to be available. Activities like locating trucks across the map. I mean, being able to be rewarded, locating lost supply drops, things like that. Freedom to explore like they didn't do before, because it was a side project before. It was made out of already used assets. Now it's being built from the ground up. So if we are truly going to get rival faction, roaming patrols, a world that feels alive, like shifting world events, they say no two operations unfold the same way. If that all ends up being true, this actually could be something that is more like a living world and something that we could replay over and over. And with that, you have to have deep, complex, it needs to be complex. I mean, they've got order and objectives, active missions, all that stuff, stash and loadouts, your wallet, your in-game cash, the gunsmith's going to be there, the 3D printer option, you can go gather resources and farm, if you will, and craft a bunch of things. They're going to have a weapon vendor, firing range, which isn't a big deal, but all kinds of crazy stuff. And then you have active duty operators. So I think what I'm buying here, the Kool-Aid I'm drinking, is connecting to the game and it not being some stupid little side mode that I could give two craps about, or investing my time or my precious holding the controller or keyboard mouse time. And that's where I think this may actually be a little different. I mean, they've even got high-ranking enemy targets. They have a boss board, which is pretty cool. All these little things add up to giving you more replayability. Now, if it ends up being something that sucks, well, it is what it is. But if they come through on all of this, bounty leaderboards, all that stuff, this could be something that actually grabs your attention and holds on to it for a while. I guess what I'm getting at is there's a chance here. There's a weather system in it. There's no pure PvE mode, so you are actually always going to be at risk at running into human players, but they're also going to have bots in there too, which they say have been totally reworked AI-wise to adapt and better live in the world and the environment, and they're supposed to react to us in a better way, which I kind of believe, because AI is scary, just growing exponentially and getting better and better. So apparently elite squads can actually be sent to hunt you down. And if they get that, and they get the vibe of an extraction shooter and all the tent poles and the loot stashes and personal inventory and the crafting and everything, this could be cool. The FOB, I mean, your home base, everything. It's an extensive. I'll put a link to the article in the description too. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not interested. So for me, right now, Modern Warfare 4, okay, cool. I'm going to go play the campaign. I'll give multiplayer a try. Don't have a lot of expectations. Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 being ported over to PS5, I'm all over it. And this, the DMZ mode, I am seriously contemplating about giving this a chance and putting some actual time and effort into it and seeing if it's something that sticks for me and that I attach to. So let me know what you guys think. Are you in? Are you out? I can't believe I actually sounded like a sales pitch guy here, but I am intrigued. I really am. Let me know what you guys think.